Alright, I am back in Riverwood, and I'm getting ready to turn in my my quest here, up to Bleak Falls Barrow. Well, I'm going to turn in part of what I went up there to get.
The sooner you find the claw, the sooner our lives can get back to normal.
I have the Golden Claw.
You found it! There it is! Strange. It seems smaller than I remember. Funny thing, huh? I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister.
400 gold. That's a nice little chunk. Golden Claw apparently belongs on the counter, where all can see.
Thank you so much. Oh,
I'm going to trade a little bit, see if I can get rid of a bit of this and a bit of that. Interesting to note, merchants will switch out items as you visit them continuously. Maybe because I'm OCD, but a lot of times I find myself going through their full list pretty much any time I'm in here, just to see what they got. Increase your magic by 20 points. I haven't found any other rings with my higher level character, so that makes me want to, at least makes me think about investing in that. Sell my arrows. The way enchanting works, you can actually pull magic off of magic items. I should rephrase that. You actually have to pull magic off of magic items to be able to enchant it onto other magic items. So, for example, this ancient Nord Battle Axe of Cold, the 5 frost damage from this, it wouldn't be 5 damage, but just that it does frost damage. You could disenchant this, destroy the item, and then you would get that enchanting ability, basically, that spell to put on other items. Which can kind of make enchanting a pain in the butt, because you have to go find all your spells first on magic items. You can't just base it off magic that you know, or off of, I don't know, other things. It's got to be something that you break down. I'm going to get rid of my poisons. I may keep that invisibility for right now. I'm going to keep all healing and magicka. I'm going to get rid of my stamina. I don't plan on having problems with my stamina. Get rid of my scrolls. My magic will do that. Cooking has some nice benefits, however, most of this early food doesn't really factor into it. And again, all of this stuff that I've picked is mainly just to sell, because I'm not really going to focus on alchemy with this character. And I'm not really going to do much smithing, so I'm not going to keep these garnets or... No, not going to sell the lockpicks. We will keep the lockpicks. There's no reason not to level up your lockpicking. There's no reason not to level up everything, really, as since there aren't major skills in this game and minor skills, all the skill level ups contribute to your level roughly equally. So it's useful to just, you know, hit up some low-level skills. You'll steadily level yourself up. Okay, so now I have... Oh, wrong tab here. I have a quest to go talk to the Jarl of Whiterun, and I happen to know that an item I picked up while I was in Bleak Falls Barrow will help me with the next part of that chain. However, there's other stuff that I can kind of do around this area. I'm not really going to demo this next thing that I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of do a little gold run. I will let you guys know how much I get from the golden items. But I'm going to go to a little cave up over in the mountains over here and just do a little dungeon run, kill some bandits, get some items, sell some items, and I'll show you guys on the map where it is and give you the rundown of roughly what I get from there. But I'm not going to actually give you the full walkthrough of all of my spells and whatnot, as you'll see me in some more combat soon enough. So I'll see you again in just a moment, and we'll talk about what loots I'm getting from this random little dungeon. Alright, so I'm just looking over Riverwood right now. There's a little path right up this very side of the mountain, just overlooking Riverwood, that goes right up to the Embershard Mine. So this is the mine that I'm going to be raiding, and I think I will give you guys a couple clips of a few things in it, just because if you guys are smiths or anything like that, you might find some useful stuff in here. Alright, see you inside. Okay, so you got to go a little off the beaten path. Oh, she's even warning me. That's interesting. You gotta go a little off the beaten path to get Embershard, to get to Embershard Mine, but not real far. It's a little double back from the river, and she's threatening, but I'm not gonna listen.
You picked a bad time to get.
So since Flame has a touch of damage over time, you can kind of cycle your mana, and it doesn't matter with just one target like what that fight was, but say I've got 3 bandit targets, I can kind of stay up in about 4/4 of full, or 3/4 of full mana, 4/5 or so, full mana, just by continuing to just do little short bursts of it and let the damage over time really work. Just want to show you guys that, and I'm going to take a jump into Embershard here, and I'll see you on the other side. Alright, I'm into Embershard Mine, and I'm going to show you guys just a touch of combat here on some bandits.
I told you, have someone standing guard out there. Don't forget the rock trap. So, stop your worrying and get some rest. Your shift is coming up, and I don't want you dozing off again like last time.
I'm going to have to be able to take multiples, so we're going to start the practice.
Is someone there?
Give up while you still can.
Oh yeah, plenty of mana. Alright, what a smashing success! Carrying on. Alright, so within the Embershard Mine, there are a couple different places you can get a pickaxe. Some of the key places are on some of the enemies that attack you. And there's at least one ore vein. I'll try to include that in the little rundown I do at the end of this, exactly how many I found. So far, this is the first one I found. If you're a smith, you can use the pickaxe to get ore from the ore vein and create weapons and armor with it. Ore veins do appear outside, so inside caves and dungeons is not the only place you'll find them. And there are all different types of ore. Okay. Alright, I'm standing outside of the Embershard Mine. My total gold coming out is 2,153. Going in, it was about 1,794. So as far as raw gold goes, I got about 350 gold out of the Embershard Mine. And as far as items go, I got value-wise about 300 gold. But note that that value is going to be converted through my speechcraft into what I can actually sell that to a merchant. So 300 is probably going to come out a little closer to like 50 gold or something like that. I'm going to make a run right back down the mountain here and head back over to Riverwood, which I can see some buildings straight from the exit. And I'm going to do one last sell, which I probably won't show any of. And then I'm going to march off to Whiterun. I have to go to Whiterun to speak to the Jarl. To let him know that there's trouble in Riverwood, and then also to find out something about this dragon stone that I picked up in Bleak Falls Barrow. So I will see you guys in Whiterun, and we'll continue our journey there. Alright, so in Riverwood at the trader, I actually ended up picking up quite a bit more gold than I expected to. However, I sold some stuff that wasn't necessarily in the Embershard Mine. But it was all stuff that I picked up on the way to the Embershard Mine or on the way back or in that immediate area. I do a lot of instinctual plant gathering. As I run by plants, I'll just go ahead and smack the E key to pick them up, just because they do sell for small amounts, so why not? Anyway, when I came out of the Embershard Mine, I had 2,153 gold. So that brought me up about 350 gold just raw from, loose gold in Embershard Mine. After coming back and selling everything, I'm all the way up at 2,628. So I got almost another 500 gold from everything I just sold, which was way more than I expected to get. By value, I only had like 300 coming out of the Embershard Mine, but by the time I added everything up, it was quite a bit. So there's a little point of reference for you. Alright, so in selling stuff to the merchant here in Riverwood, I got a speechcraft increase, and it made me level up again. So I'm now level 4. Unfortunately, I was not recording when I first went into the level up, and I did choose Magicka. You can see my Magicka's up at a clean 200. My health and stamina remain neglected. And now I've got an additional perk. So you guys can see I've stepped my way into the destruction tree just because I'm going to rely on it kind of heavily, especially here in the early game, to have novice destruction and destruction dual casting. If I wanted, I could go for apprentice destruction, but I don't think I have any apprentice destruction spells yet, and that would just let me cast those spells for half magicka. So that's probably not going to be real useful to me quite yet. Later on down the road, I'm sure it will be. So I kind of went around the tree here, trying to determine what spells I use the most secondary, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be restoration. So I'm going to step into my novice restoration spells with this next perk. And that should give me less downtime between fights and allow me to cast them restoration spells cheaper.
A sale?
Alright, so
To
again,
attract new
I will
customers?
see you guys in Whiterun. Alright, I have entered the town of
Stark
Whiterun,
cloaks, Imperials, dragons.
and I'll give you
It don't matter
guys
to me what I
a
kill.
nice little
Let them come.
demo here of the town, a little bit of a tour, if you will. Oh hey, quick note, right as you come into Whiterun, the guards say the town's locked up and that you can't get in. Of course, you can mention that you have you're here on business to see the Jarl from Whiterun because of being asked to do so from Riverwood, and they'll let you through. But there's also a persuade option, and at this low level, almost all characters have the speechcraft needed to do the persuade, and it potentially levels up your speechcraft. So you should try to persuade those guards. Okay, so right as we enter, here to our right, we have a blacksmith. Here to our left, we have a drunken huntsman, which is a fletcher or bower.
Dragon's Reach dungeon myself.
We've got the town that we can, or the house that we can potentially buy here in Whiterun, Breeze Home. I believe it costs 5,000 gold to purchase. And moving right along, we've got a market. I think each one of these stalls has a vendor that sells different types of wares. We've got our general goods store. And one of these is the Companions Hall. The Cauldron, I'd guess that this is probably alchemy, although I don't think I've been in there yet. The Bannered Mare, this is another bar. Or actually, I think this is the only bar-like area here in
Farmers are charging you double.
Whiterun. I was thinking the Drunken
Come to
Huntsman
chat
was a
with an
bar.
old
It's not, though. It's just like a bower.
I know your family's honor is important to you,
We got over
but we
here
can't afford it.
next to our
It took me
waterfall.
weeks to find that thieves' den.
House of
I can't
Grayman.
stop now, and I can't get the sword on my own. What do you need?
And what is the upside-down ship building? I think this is the Companions Hall.
They can barely tolerate our presence.
So, yeah. Jorvaskir. Jorvaskir is the Companions Hall. Companions in Skyrim are the Fighters Guild equivalent in Morrowind or Oblivion. So if you're a warrior, or even if you're not, they do take on mages and other things. You can go in there and potentially get some little quests and gold, etc., etc. We have a religious fanatic. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to go.
The will of the Dalmor against its own people.
Its own people! Oh no!
Rise
We'll go
up.
speak to the shrine here and get a blessing.
Rise up, children of
What blessing is that? Just out of curiosity. Oh man, didn't mean to go all the way out of it. Blessing of Talos. Time between shouts is reduced to 0%. That might be because I can't use my shouts yet. I assume that'll actually have a percentage reduction once I get some shouts and am able to use them. I've actually learned Unrelenting Force. I learned it in League Falls Sparrow. But the way the shouts work is you have to learn a tier of a shout from a dragon wall, and then you have to kill a dragon and use the dragon's soul to unlock the shout. And then further tiers of the shout are unlocked from differing dragon walls. And then they also require an additional dragon soul to unlock. So as of right now, I kind of know a shout, but I haven't been able to unlock it yet.
Need a blade? You should talk to Adrian at the forge.
My
Save
lord,
real quick.
please,